on that salary alone. So the best that you can do is to be able to connect people using, I guess, your influence to say, how are you plowing back to your community?
That speaks to the mobilizer conversation we had.
How are you plowing back? Because
people.
you can engage people, perhaps as a politician, to say, I don't have the resources, but I know people who can be able to effect change here. And you don't just go and say, I want the money. You have to state the case. It must make sense. It must be part of improving the quality of lives of the communities that you claim to serve.
Samkele, perhaps you can expand on this, because you've heard that statement that he was quite the mobilizer. We've heard that he was a resourceful man. He could donate most of the trucks that were there. Vans would be lined up, driving all the way to a conference in the Eastern Cape. This was the man we came to hear of. Just expand for us on that, and if as a politician and politician alone, how he had been able to become so resourceful and be able to assist even in that moment to ensure that a young person has a bursary.
A debate that we usually don't have in South Africa is that there are business people who are openly aligned to political formations. Robert Kumete is openly aligned to the African National Congress. His dream was, let me help build the ANC infrastructure. My businesses over a period of time may benefit directly or indirectly through my donations to the African National Congress. You'd remember he had a tender in the Department of Home Affairs that was cancelled, and which caused friction between him and the then minister of that particular department. And him coming back home to the administration of David Mabuza was him trying to reinsert himself in the procurement of government. Because we must be frank and honest, the biggest procurer of government business is the private sector. The private sector benefits the most from government procurement. In the United States, they don't call it tenders, they call it government contracts. In South Africa, we call it tenders. But the private sector benefits the most from government procurement. And it is no surprise that those who may be benefiting from that particular government procurement may want to give back to those organizations that may be in power at the time. Robert Kumete and David Mabuza decided to take whatever he may have amassed and build the ANC infrastructure machinery. The question is, was that machinery in the name of the African National Congress, or was it in entities that may be belonging to David Mabuza, or or in his entity's name of the farm? Those are the million-dollar questions that you need to ask. But it was infrastructure for the greater good of the African National Congress, which many people, business people across the world, tend to do.
I hate to be the one to rain on this intellectual festival of ideas, but I do need to give an update to our viewers who are watching that lining up of the members of the SANDF, because after all, in as much as we're having a lively debate about some of the themes at play in our democratic hygiene, it's segged in a way from some of the themes that have been, exemplified by the life of the late David Mabuza, whose funeral, after all, we are covering at this moment. So what you're seeing there, a bit of movement just outside the farm in Barberton. You're still seeing those members of the SANDF lined on both sides. Mfundo, your eyes might be better than mine based on how grey I've become over the years, so I'm not able to tell which units. I do see the Air Force. I think I see the Air Force personnel to the right.
Yes, and I think the Navy as well.
The Navy as well, absolutely.